It's Thursday morning. It is a beautiful morning so far. Even if that crow is saying it's not. It is beautiful out here. Fantastic. Hopefully still like this when I'm done work, so I can sit outside for a bit. That would be nice. Yep, beautiful day. It is absolutely gorgeous outside, so I'm gonna go sit outside for a bit, have a drink before I start filming the Q&A. You can see my bathroom. But yeah, that's the sit right now. So. Alright, let's get this Q&A session off to a start. Whatever, first question. First questions come from Liz. Liz asks, what's my favorite quality? Like, myself? My favorite self-quality? I would have to say my decisiveness. Favorite quality in other people? Loyalty. My favorite quality in myself? Creativity. What am I most afraid of? Spider clowns. Those are either clowns dressed as spiders, spiders who are clowns, or little tiny spiders dressed as clowns. Any of those will be absolutely terrifying, and I'm probably not going to sleep tonight now. So, thanks. What do you dream of / what's something you've always wished for emotionally, not materialistically? Something I've wished for emotionally. To be at peace with myself. To be confident, to be happy. But mainly to be at peace with myself. That's something I've wished for emotionally. What am I most afraid of emotionally? Being absolutely 100% alone. And failing myself, even. And then following, I show us what my best day ever was. My best day ever. My best day ever, right here, right now, is the day I found out I was going to be published for the first time. That was my best day ever. Next question comes from Matt via Facebook. Where is one place you would love to live, other than Vancouver? Glasgow. Next question comes from Jeremy. Jeremy asks, well, states and then asks, there are a lot more people becoming more open with their sexual identity. Based on your interaction within the ace community, do you think there'll be more open asexuals in, say, 20 years, as in the next generation? I believe that within the next 20 years, everyone will be all open and honest with themselves. So to answer your question, will there be more people who are openly asexual? Yes. If there's not, I'm pretty sure the world ended because President Trump started World War III. But if that doesn't happen, yes, I do believe so. Next question comes from Nicole. She asks two. One is very general, one is very specific. I'm going to go with the general one first. What's your favorite dinner? Ribs. Ribs and Caesar salad. A nice Caesar salad, not with a store-bought dressing, but with a nice homemade dressing. Crisp romaine, homemade croutons, fresh parmesan, bacon. Ribs and Caesar salad. I'm not going to edit that creepy part out, I'm going to keep it. She says, if it's a question to help people learn more about the ace community, because I get this question a lot and don't exactly know how to answer it, how do you feel about cisgendered, heteroromantic aces identifying under the LGBTQ plus umbrella, especially if they're sex receptive to sex neutral? Oh. Do you think they should be considered part of the LGBTQ plus umbrella? Okay. Cisgendered means they identify as the gender they were born with. If they were born with male genitalia, they identify as male. If they're born with female genitalia, they identify as female. That's what cisgendered means. Heteroromantic means they're romantically attracted to the opposite gender. It's the same thing as being heterosexual, but just in a romantic sense. But they're still asexual. So, the LGBTQ plus umbrella mostly focuses on sexuality, not romantic spectrum. Because you can be, if you add romantic in there, it gets all kinds of confusing. Because you can be homosexual, but still romantically attracted to members of the opposite sex. So, to me, I'm saying yes. They are still asexual. They are not heterosexual. They should still be under that umbrella, and they should feel fine saying that they are. Next question comes from Matthew. What have you learned about yourself that you didn't know before uploading regular videos on YouTube and having to edit clips of yourself talking every day? What have I learned about myself? This isn't really what I've learned about myself, but I've learned to actually not mind the way I speak and the way I sound on recordings. Before I started uploading regularly, and I actually talked about this like 100 videos ago, I talked about how I've started to actually enjoy how I sound recorded. Before that, I absolutely hated it. I hated when I had to record myself speaking for projects or anything like that. But since I've started doing this regularly, I've come to enjoy it. Also, what I've found out, this I have learned about myself, I'm a lot more insecure than I put out. Like, I still feel incredibly awkward walking around in a store by myself, arm up, camera, recording myself. I still feel really awkward doing that. I didn't know if I would. If I'm around other people, it's not as bad, but if I'm vlogging by myself while grocery shopping, I feel a little awkward. Which is why I don't vlog when I'm grocery shopping here. Next questions come from Kiara. She wants to know what my most memorable moment was. So, I'm at camp. Me and Katrina are in a canoe. And we're canoeing back to the camp. And this crazy storm picks up. And she is literally half my size. Probably a third of my, she's small. And so we're canoeing back. And the wind just picks up and it takes our canoe. And so I steady the canoe so she can jump out, and there's a rope at the front. And I ask her to grab onto it. She bails out of the canoe and books it straight to shore, completely abandoning me. And that was pretty memorable. And that really shows who my sister is as a person. She's a terrible person. Love you, Kat. That's another question. Do you have any regrets? If so, what? I'm a human being. I've been on this planet for 26 years. I have a ton of regrets. I regret not going to acting school. I regret taking the degree in university that I took. I regret things I've said to people. I regret things I've done to people. I regret things I've written. I regret a lot because I'm human. So yeah, I have regrets. But if it weren't for those regrets, if it weren't for those things I regret not doing or saying or not saying, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I wouldn't be this person in front of this camera right now. I would be someone different. So in that regard, my regrets happened. They're in the past. I am moving forward, and they have made me who I am right now. All right, and the final question, I think it's the final question. It is the final question, comes from Hudson. How long do you intend to live in Yorkton, and what do you want to intend to do after you're done working there? How long do I intend to live in Yorkton? I've never intended to live here. Like, never. But I'm here. I wish I could answer the second part of that question. I have a 6-month lease here. And then I have the option to move, or sign another lease for another 6 months, 12 months, etc. And so I can't answer that question right now. I literally can't. I've been waiting to hear back from this job for 2 weeks now. I'm supposed to finally find out tomorrow. So by the time you're watching this, I will know the answer to this question. If I get the job, I know I will be here for at least another 12 months. Because it's a 12-month contract with Sask abilities. So if I get the job, I will be here for another 12 months. If I don't get the job, I have work for a month, and then I don't know. So I can't really answer your question. I do intend eventually to actually follow through on my word to move back to the coast. I do intend to do that. I do intend to end up in Vancouver sooner rather than later, but right now, it's kind of all up in the air. Okay, that was this Q&A session. My third, fourth, I don't know. How many Q&As have I done? Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. All right, I was gonna film more, but then I thought that Q&A probably took up a lot of time. So any more would just add time. It made more sense in my head. Anywho, social media details are in the links below. As usual, check them out, give them a perusal, give them a read. Follow me on Twitter. That's where my true wit really shines. Maybe one day I'll do a dramatic read-through of my timeline, if I'm really strapped for ideas. So tomorrow. Kidding. Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, you guys have yourselves a... that's embarrassing. You guys have yourselves a fantastic day or night, whatever it is for you.